Yeah, so right here is, I'm just going over this plane crash, and just to show those who've seen or know the code of creation, the mind computer idea, the very simple way to show both truth and fiction, because everything, absolutely everything, uses it. Alright. So within this system, you can see the intent. The intent is to bring you into a state of mourning, which is, of course, something you don't want to do, because you know true mourning. In your life, you've had it. You felt it. So you would not want to actually bring that upon somebody else, would you? Alright? It's just not something you do. So then that's why you know that this is just, this is what this system does, though. This system, if you choose to live in it, it is a constant, it is a liar, and it is a joy thief. So it will constantly give you hoax and try to bring you into a state of mourning. It's a fraud. It is a liar. He's a coward. The devil is a liar. The devil's also a coward. He's also, has no creativity, really. Period. No sense of humor is like, stale. That's why you watch the same movies, the same, TV. All these jokers who are in tune with that hoax lie system, their creativity it only goes so far. All right, and that's why they're like, hey, why don't we redo that movie, the one we did a couple of years ago? Yeah, yeah, that was what I was thinking. That's the mentality you get, right? And it gets worse and worse and worse and worse, right? But that happens throughout, the dynasties of these political so-called families, or the ruling class, those that have given themselves wholly over to this system, and they actually help to maintain it. They're basically the hall monitors, So anyway, taking a look at this flight BK8303. You can look at it simply as that. Great. You know what that is. The 8, or the details, right? Together, the idea of the 14 or the 77, right? The 77. Now, what's interesting about that 77 is you also look at it in the reverse or in the reflection, because everything's in a reflection, just like with this. You always have to look at the reflection, all right, to see what's going on, all right? The old code. You always got to look at the reflection. So when you look at that reflection, you see the 33. You see the idea of that pushing together into the 6, all right, into the 8. And then it becomes one, indecipherable from the other, all right? The A320, all right? So then the A is the number 1, 3, 2, 5, 1, 6. What is that 0 doing? See, now that can become a 7, but it takes your concern. It takes the 1 out of you. That makes that a 7, if you allow it. Otherwise, it goes away. It does not exist. The plane does not exist. Okay? Carrying nobody. But listen to the number, the 91. If you add your 1 to that, because you're going to be witnessing that, oh, you know what? 9, 10, you make 11. 9, 11. Your temples come crashing down. And just to kind of put the icing on the cake, the old 7. All right? I'll have to do a video just on that at one point. But anyways, here's the 2 and 3 times. The 23, the idea of the reversed mirror of the 3, 2, or 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3. That idea ad nauseum. So, so that's what that really means. Not all that other stuff where you get shown, they're like, hey, take a look at this, and take a look at that, and all of a sudden you say, look, there's a 33, have a great night, click likes. It's like, okay, what does 33 mean? Okay, it means it's the idea of the ring reflected into the ring, creating the cube, the idea of the contained idea, right? Within the cube is you have the 6 sides and 8 corners. Within that 6 and 8 is logically the 7 or the Zion or the bent stick, the angle. What's the angle, man? Every time you hear a story, what's the angle? What are these jokers trying? What are these guys trying to convince me of? What's the angle? What's the Zion? What's the mind weapon they're trying to use against me? All right. So, anyways, move away from this. This is all BS. All right. So, within these hoax stories, if you want to go even farther, you go into just the image of our good Mr. Bank President. See, so your money's fine with him. Guess what? He's safe. See the guy saying, "Ta-da!" Look, he's fine. All right. Look right here. The 2 into the idea of the 4. The thumb isn't a finger, so the 42 idea. Now, this is again another detail, meaning that this is now a detail story. So you'll start to see 8s within the details. All right, with detail stories, because that's just moving past. Within the hoaxes, you're always going to find the ladder. Now, the ladder is representing of what's called Jacob's ladder, or the idea of Jacob's ladder. If you've ever seen it, please go look it up and what the idea is, and what the and you can see an actual demonstration. If you imagine two rods and a spark traveling up between them, that spark will travel as long as until the rod's separation is too great. Then the spark will dissipate off into space. Well, that is this thought. Now, this thought's given to you. It's going up that Jacob's ladder, that ladder right there. But you see the ladder's all bent and broken, that spark's going to fall off at the end, because you are allowing yourself to believe in a lie or something that does not exist. Therefore, at the end of the day, all right, when it's time to turn on that light, there will be nothing there because it's not true. All right. So then you have all these characters who, within this hoax, and this goes beyond this that silly whatever we were talking about here. Oh, this thing that goes beyond all that. This is the one of the characters within this play act said that they were what they say now? They were shocked and saddened, just like this guy was shocked and saddened that he popped positive. This guy was shocked and saddened that whoever this guy was, nobody knew, was shocked and saddened. The school board shocked and saddened. 33 right here, London bus driver, shocked and saddened. Here's the clown, right here. That clown, come on, look at him. He knows no mourning. Stop it with your shocked and saddened. That's just nothing but it's a script. Shocked and saddened. Everybody's shocked and saddened. This guy's shocked and saddened about the WWE. Come on. So yeah, now you just see that it's just a hoax script. So when I talk about this system is fed by computer, man. Now when these scripts are put out, the actual play act is just set up in slummy parts of town, which are being deconstructed anyway. Like they've been bombing the same place in Gaza for 20 years. And nobody's noticed that they just keep changing the angle. It's the same dump. So anyways, so then they have it's a constant real life set piece. Man. So anyways, keep on trucking. Everybody's shocked and saddened about everything. So you know it's a hoax. Going into so you're past this. Now you want to go into this. What does this mean? Karachi. So that means something. It has to. Kara, all right, to bow down, all right, to bend over, all right, to tilt or lean, yo, all right, to cause to bow. Now, here's the thing about cause to bow. That means that somebody's putting their hand behind your head, and you're going to be like, yes, sir. You're like, and that's when they say, they're like, bow, and you're like, no, and they punch you in the gut, bow, and you're like, oh, forced to bow. All right, caused. All right, sink down to one's knees. Now that's what I told you before. I told you before that when you know true grief, you will drop to your knees. That is true. All right? True joy, you will drop to your knees because it is true. All right? Nothing can fake it. All right? It's kara, right? Like primitive. It's like that's root. What is putting you to your knees, the truth or the fiction? All right? So chi, the idea of the energy, what is that energy? What is that air that you are literally breathing? All right? What is it? All right? Is it the truth or is it the fiction? All right? But also this, the idea of living. Hey, what just got your attention? All right? That's what it's asking about. What's your motivation? Where are you going? What's leading you there? Why are you going there? Did you test? Or are you just taking it on blind faith? You can do better than that if your answer was yes. You need to do your own work. You need to just repose with your Father in heaven. Repose. Relax. Set your mind free. Ask to be given understanding, and you will be given freely. Without measure, as much as you can take. This is all basic stuff. This is all very basic. Because there's so much more to see. But you can't see that while you're still weighed down with all this. So we're going to keep going over it until this becomes basic to you. And once it becomes basic, you can just chuck it around. Just like this is always in your head that you know all this. I'm just bringing it up so you can see it on the screen. But you knew all this already. Right? Because it's going to become that basic to you. And then you can just move along. All right? You're only brought into this when you're helping somebody to get out of this. See right there, the 1 or the 0. You're just turning that 1 off, saying get out of this. This is nothing but a waste of time. All right? So be free in Christ. Right? Have that true living water. Right? Never ceases. Every step, sure. Complete assurance. Right? And look at this. This is driving me crazy. Look at all these ads as you see constant. All they do, it's all consumerism. This is all... Look at this. Nothing ever stops. It's all just BS. This whole place. That's why I spend very little time in here. There's so much more to see. All right. So if you join me on my Discord, I point you to other areas of true growth, meaning that you will know something that you didn't know, when you started. All right, and it will be true because you'll go out and you'll test it, and you'll find out that it is in fact truth. All right, and you'll find out that opinion is the lie of the devil, the lie of the liar, because opinions are worthless. Absolutely, completely and totally. What you have an opinion of does not matter. Same with me. Doesn't matter. But what our true witness is what matters. So let your witness be true because it has been received from your Father in heaven. Through Jesus Christ, you're saved. Alright? Just be blessed. It's a free gift. Just ask for it. Be ready. Say, I'm ready to die to this world. Alright? Spiritually. Relax. It's easy. Doesn't hurt. You give up all this. This is what you give up. This. Ta-da! Bye.